welcome the guests of honor, the graduates of 2024. Good afternoon, everyone. Please be seated. And welcome MIT School of Engineering Dean, Anantha Chandrakasan.
Good afternoon. I'm Anantha Chandrakasan, Dean of the MIT School of Engineering. It is my distinct honor and privilege to welcome all of you to the 2024 MIT School of Engineering and Schwarzman College of Computing Advanced Degree Ceremony. To our MIT graduates of 2024, my warm and heartfelt congratulations. I'm delighted to be here celebrating your brilliant accomplishments on this singularly significant occasion. In addition to our graduates, we're joined both in person and online by family, friends, colleagues, mentors, instructors, staff, advisors, and alumni, each of whom has played a pivotal role in the success of our graduates. Class of 2024, let's take a moment to thank and applaud all those who have supported you on your incredible academic journey. Each of you graduating today will forge your unique path ahead. Whether that path includes another advanced degree at MIT or elsewhere, a tenure-track faculty position, a leadership role in industry, or launching a startup, I hope you will take away the MIT signature approach to such endeavors. And central to this approach is collaboration. As you experience in graduate school, collaboration is vital. You've collaborated with your fellow students, learning new material, teaching each other, and also cramming for exams together. You've collaborated with your peers in your research groups, as well as your research advisors, discovering and innovating together, troubleshooting past obstacles, celebrating successes and publications, but also sharing frustrations when things did not go the way that you had hoped. Each one of these collaborations represents an important stitch in the tapestry of your academic experience, an experience that will culminate today as you cross the stage. After you step off the stage, I encourage you to think about what collaboration will look like as you start your next chapter. I want to give you my own perspective on how to weave the thread of collaboration throughout your career. I have 4 key pieces of advice. First, find and be mentors. Have a range of mentors wherever your career leads you. These mentors can provide you a multi-dimensional perspective, foster professional development, and guide you towards career-defining opportunities. And at the same time, be a mentor early and often in your career. This can be through professional societies, informal networks, or in helping the next generation of MIT students. We welcome your involvement with our students as you transition to alumni. Second, find ways to give back to society and contribute to the greater good. This is something the class of 2024 has already done. If you scan a list of the projects that you have worked on during your time at MIT, it is abundantly clear you already have the greater good in mind. This work includes advancing technologies to protect the health of our planet, using AI and machine learning tools in life sciences and healthcare, and imagining new efficient manufacturing solutions. This demonstrates collaboration at the macro scale, especially as you recognize how your work fits into the broader framework. I encourage you to continue to contribute through your work in ways that improve the lives of others and make our world better for future generations. Third, embrace a range of perspectives. In research particularly, this is essential. research breakthroughs, and paradigm-shifting products require interdisciplinary thinking. The challenges the world faces must be approached through the vantage points of multiple fields, perspectives, and opinions. Seek out this diversity of thought in all your collaborations. It can open up new possibilities and lead to solutions that were previously unimagined. Fourth, and finally, remember that life is a team endeavor. Aspire to support and elevate those around you. And don't worry about who receives credit. There's always enough credit to go around. Let me conclude by saying again that we, as your faculty and instructors, both those on stage on this special day, as well as the others you've worked with at MIT, are so proud of your achievements. And now, I have the honor of introducing you to our advanced degree ceremony speaker, Dr. Reshma Shetty. Dr. Shetty is co-founder, president, and chief operating officer of Ginkgo Bioworks, a company that offers advanced biotech R&D services for governments, companies, and philanthropic organizations. Ginkgo Bioworks develops products across industries, including biopharma, agriculture, and nutrition and wellness. Dr. Shetty has been recognized for her leadership and creativity by such outlets as Forbes magazine, Fast Company, and Business Insider. She's also been in your shoes. She graduated in 2008 with a PhD from the Department of Biological Engineering. Please join me in welcoming this distinguished alumna as our speaker for today's advanced degree ceremony, Dr. Reshma Shetty.
Thank you very much, Anantha, for both that very nice introduction and the opportunity to be here today. Let me start by extending my congratulations to the MIT class of 2024. Please do take a moment to really savor this occasion and appreciate how far you've come in the last few years. I'd also like to thank the families and loved ones of all the graduates here today. You all are the unsung heroes of the day. You provided the support and the love without which this day might not be possible for all of the graduates. It's a particular honor to be speaking with you all today as a fellow MIT PhDer. I actually skipped my own graduation ceremony, so it's nice to see what I missed. But in preparing for the speech today, I did what any good scientist or engineer would do. I did some research. And fortunately, my husband really likes to listen to famous speeches, and he pointed me to his favorite two famous graduation speeches, one of which was the famous 2005 Stanford commencement speech by Steve Jobs, who was then the founder and CEO of Apple, right? And so for today, I'm going to shamelessly steal the structure of Steve Jobs' famous commencement address and tell you three stories. The first story is about working on problems that matter to you. I co-founded a biotechnology company here in Boston called Ginkgo Bioworks. And today, Ginkgo is a billion-dollar publicly traded company on the New York Stock Exchange. But I'll confess that I never really aspired to be a founder and start a company. I showed up at MIT as a new grad student, and I knew I wanted to study some combination of biology and engineering. And that's where I was fortunate enough to meet my PhD advisor and the person who ultimately became my co-founder, Tom Knight. Tom introduced me to this really crazy idea that you could program a cell, right, the unit of life, the same way you might program a computer. And just like if you rewrite the zeros and ones of a computer program, you can change what a computer does. You can rewrite the A's, T's, G's, and C's of a cell, and you can change what the cell does. And so Tom really taught me this idea that biology is fundamentally programmable. And so why should anyone care about this fact? Well, you just have to look around you to see that biology touches every part of our lives. It's our food, it's our health, it's our environment. And so if we can figure out how to program biology, we can grow food more sustainably, we can create vaccines and therapeutics to protect us from a global pandemic, and we can clean up and protect our environment. But as I learned firsthand as a student, programming biology is really hard. I spent years at MIT trying to write even simple programs in the cell, and they would barely work as intended. Luckily, I still graduated. So it was then as a student that I decided that this was the problem that mattered to me. I wanted to figure out how to make biology easier to engineer, make it easier to program biology so that we could use biology to solve some of the world's most pressing problems. But to solve many different problems, whether it's in food or in health or in the environment, what I found was that even at a place as truly special as MIT, it was really hard to work on this problem of making biology easier to engineer. And that's because universities are quite appropriately about discovering something new or building something new that has never been done before. But making the engineering of biology faster, cheaper, easier just wasn't something that was well celebrated in a university environment. And so I decided to start a company, not because being a founder was cool or I was looking to get rich, but because I felt like a startup was the best way to work on the problems that matter to me. And I knew that regardless of what happened with Ginkgo, because let's face it, most startups fail, I wouldn't regret taking a swing at a problem that mattered. So lots of people are going to tell you that your choices are academia or industry, engineering and science versus business, public service or making money. But that's really not the choice that matters. The choice that matters is picking a problem in the world that matters to you and figuring out the best way to help solve it. The second story is about the most valuable skill you already have but don't know it. My co-founders and I decided to start Ginkgo in 2008. Most of you were probably around 10 years old at the time, and so you have no idea, but 2008 was an absolutely horrible time to start a company. The economy was in shambles, biotechs were going bankrupt left and right, and no one had any interest in funding 4 students and a professor with no technology, no IP, no business model, and no way of making money. So we were actually on the verge of giving up on the whole idea of starting a company altogether before we even started. But as luck would have it, we were introduced to another MIT alum who had graduated a couple years earlier. His name was Saul Griffith. And Saul was super interesting. Like us, he had a broad range of problems he was interested in. And like us, he had started a company to work on those problems. So when we asked Saul for advice on how to get started and how to get funding, he shook his head and told us that we already had the most important skill we needed to start a company. We were grad students. We knew how to live cheaply. Saul told us to go around and find people who might need some consulting work or side projects done. He told us to charge them twice what we were used to living on, so twice a grad student salary, and spend half our time doing the consulting work and half the time starting up the company. And so that's what we did. For the first year, we supported ourselves with side gigs while working on Ginkgo on the side. And in fact, we bootstrapped Ginkgo for the first 6 years before taking outside funding, which gave us the space and time to really figure out what Ginkgo was going to be. Now, not everyone has the option and the privilege to live cheaply, but if you do, take advantage of it. Being able to live on small amounts of money gives you a freedom of choice in your life that you might not ever have again, and so make the most of that freedom while you have it. The third story is about optimizing locally, not globally. When I look back at some of the most pivotal choices in my life that led me to where I am today, I'm struck by how little forethought and planning went into those choices. I chose to join a biology research lab as a high school student because the lab studied venomous marine snails, and those sound kind of neat. I chose to study computer science as an undergrad because I found biology classes a bit boring. And at MIT, I chose to work on programming cells because I thought it would be pretty cool to program a cell the way we program a computer. I chose to start Ginkgo because I cared about making biology easier to engineer and thought it would be fun to keep working with my friends on a problem that really mattered. Not one of those choices were made in the hopes of getting to where I am today, but instead, any time I was faced with the choice of what to do, I chose the path that seemed most interesting to me at the time. So for all of us, life is a series of choices. You've already made some: where to go to school, what to study, but you're going to make many more in the future: where to work, what to do, with whom to spend your time. And sometimes I meet people who choose to study topics they're not interested in, take jobs they don't care about, or spend long periods of time on stuff they don't enjoy because they see it as a stepping stone to an imagined future for themselves. But in my experience, if you're fortunate enough to have choices, which many of you do, choosing the path you enjoy is more likely to open up the aperture of opportunity. and it leads you to places you've never dreamed of. So instead of making choices based on where you want to be 10 years from now, 20 years from now, make choices based on where you want to spend your time and your energy today. Your life energy is the most precious thing you have. Use it wisely, work on problems that matter to you, make the most of the skills and freedom you have today, and optimize locally, not globally, by choosing the paths that give you joy today. Thank you, and good luck.
Thank you, Reshma, for sharing your experiences and your incredible entrepreneurship journey. The faculty of the School of Engineering and Schwarzman College of Computing are declared convened together with this assembly for the conferring of master's degrees, doctoral degrees, and the academic hoods. The academic hood is a symbol of dedication to scholarship and attainment of the doctoral requirements defined by the Academy. To all our degree candidates, we're proud to introduce you as MIT's newest scholars setting forth into the world to join the ranks of MIT's incredible alumni, primed to tackle challenges and improve the lives of their communities. With the advanced degrees conferred on you today, the faculty of this institution recognizes and celebrates your individual journeys and achievements. And now we will begin conferring degrees.
Good afternoon. We will begin by awarding the candidates for master's and engineer degrees, and will follow with the investiture of doctoral hoods. Daniel Huttenlocher, Dean of the MIT Schwarzman College of Computing, will now join Dean Chandrakasan to award the master's and engineer degrees. Candidates will process from both sides of the stage. Therefore, courses will be announced for simultaneous investment.
In the School of Engineering and the Schwarzman College of Computing, in the Department of Electrical Engineering and Computer Science, Master of Engineering in Electrical Engineering and Computer Science.
Yasin S. Al-Kafaji.
In the School of Engineering, the Department of Civil and Environmental Engineering, Master of Engineering in Civil and Environmental Engineering.
Anna 16 Achelan. Henry Anderson. Catherine Liu. Laurentiu Lucian Anton. Claire Bao. Jacob Morgan. Crit Bunsiriset. Ines Ortea Varela. George Chang Bian. Jad Rudd.
Kevin S. Jed.
Jennifer Shug. Harshal Chamdal. Anthony Sutanto, Enrique Casillas, Bo Tignol, Sam Bosher, Rafael Tresario, Jesse Everett Cummings, Sidney Wickman, Jonathan Delellen, Ruth Hoden Wilson, Bilal Iqbal,
In the Department of Civil and Environmental Engineering, Master of Science in Civil and Environmental Engineering.
Faisal Al Nasser, Kathy Tsai, Rebecca Cohen, Miranda Tsai, Cameron Hoffman, Ashley Granquist, Eve Meltzer, Vincent Fan, Atikum Wanikul, Kostub Dike, Jillian Schiffer, Sarah Costin, Sajiri Vaidya, Bilal Daka, Adam Vignaroli,
Archer Wong.
In the Department of Civil and Environmental Engineering, Master of Science in Civil Engineering.
Alexander Adekunle Adelabu, Jessica Ding, Siddhant Agrawal, Samir Drubi, Shiv Bhakta, David Fung, James Vincent Bryce, Jeremiah Budiman, Jack Easley, Shelley Choi, Theo Rosenzweig, Tai Siwakan Fuong Kowin Sambat, Patrick Reeser, Jay Hilton, Stephanie Severe, Eileen Xinyu Chao, Carl Johan Sorensen, Grace Huang, Carlos Vela Gonzalez, Irene Huang, Jenny Yao, Rujul Gandhi,
In the Department of Civil and Environmental Engineering, Master of Science in Civil and Environmental Engineering, jointly by Massachusetts Institute of Technology and Woods Hole Oceanographic Institution.
Autumn Dietrich, Fiona Gillespie,
In the Department of Mechanical Engineering, Master of Science in Mechanical Engineering.
Marcelo Aguiar, Diptashri Gupta, Kat Arase, Nicholas Frankie Gustafson, Kevin Becker, Philip Cherner,
Caleb Blake.
Michael Hensgen, Roberto Bolli Jr., Kun Zan Liu, Joseph Bonavia, Hong Hao Cao, Urvaksh Irani, Ishan Govindarajan, Kyle Buznitsky, Adam Janicki, Tess Callan, Sehal Gupta, Kendrick Cancio, Nina Gersberg, Eugenio Caraballo Justiniano, Raifi Jerez, Nicholas Castro, Prabhakar Kafle, Ruben Castro Ornelas, Benjamin Kong, Priya Sara Elanjikal Chaco, Shreya Karpur, Jack Chun, Moulin Rouge Kaspar, Daniel Copeland, Aisha Ali, Juan Fernando Correa, Timothy Haruta Kostolansky, Sarah Cody, Nitin Kumar, Carmen Mary Slight Crawford, Michael Koch, Alec Krita, Nurullah Girai Kuru,
Isabel Kunitz,
Vedang Lad, Emily Curran, Kelly T.M. Lamb, G. Alex Davis, Audrey Lee, Anita De Barsakova, Jeffrey Lee, Brandon Francis, Matthew Leonard, Levi Gershon, Jerry Lee, Abraham Gerezgeher, Dylan Liu, Colin Goldbach, Darren Lim, Evan Haas, Jason Liu, Jessica Han, Monica Liu, Heidi Hatterberg, Sabine Lohawala, Samuel Heath, Nicole Liu,
Vanessa Hernandez Cruz,
Lingyi Ma'a, Ahmad Mujtaba Jabran, Matthew McManus, Ian Kleinemolen, Leilani A. Troutman, Zong Huang, Miloslava Pajek, Adi Kotari, Farrell Eldrian Wu, Jessica Lee, David McGrefty, Benjamin Lerman, Julian James Adeyemi Manyika,
Lonnie Lee,
Natasha Manyar, Daniel Massimino, Hendrik Mayer, Brandon Meehan, Kevin Meng, Aditya Mirotra, Catherine May, Mahmoud Ramadan, Julie Meng, Eva Nates, Nilambar Mondal, Andre Panko, Joseph Morales, Robin Corina Richmond, Alexandra Nigwe, Brandon Rios, Catalina Monsalve Rodriguez, Booker Brandt Skelhaus, Nathalie Muradian, Mark Sweet, Veronica Muriga. Luke Sullivan. Ahmad Negum. Ananta Suresh Babu. Tan Wen. Jessica Rosendorf. Naten Nayam. Gwendolyn Tsai. Daniel Papachika. Prajwal Tumkur Mahesh.
McKinley Poland.
Daniel Wong. Seokhyun Kim. Jacob Wegmuller. Samuel Lee. William Zunker. Jessica Xu. Chifan Yu. Varnika Sinha.
In the Department of Mechanical Engineering, Master of Engineering in Advanced Manufacturing and Design.
Hadil Ayman Abdul. Marco Nacito. Ming Yuan Richard Lee. Ritik Patnaik.
James Chandler Liggett.
Alex Quach. Pierre Lonnie.
Emily Sologuren.
Keegan Patrick. Ishana Shastri. John Timothy Waterworth. Diana Nguyen Varonin. Yutong Zhang. Isabella Pedraza Piñeros. Chung Chung.
Ellery Rajugobel.
Sophia Chung. Boris Velashevich. Vinit Gowra. Andre Spiride. Somish Jaiswal. Alexander Starkis Studer. Ghazi Sakib. Kevin Tong. Jonathan Sampson. Helen Propson. Gary Seifa. Angel Yang. Wenhao Shu. Grace Song.
In the Department of Mechanical Engineering, Master of Science in Naval Architecture and Marine Engineering.
Samuel Cody. Jade Sund. Wade Timothy Myers. Sanjana Ravichanda.
Jacob Skimmons.
David Von Rangel.
In the Department of Mechanical Engineering, Master of Science in Ocean Engineering.
Anne-Marie Depos. Hugo Ernesto Ramirez.
In the Department of Mechanical Engineering, Naval Engineer.
Asia Monet Allison. Carissa Sanchez. Jonathan Gerald Douse. Atran Wong Pro Moon. Christos Gyokas. Helen Young. Tin Huang.
Zipei Tan.
Michaela Molina. Mu-Hua Xu. Christopher John Sereo Jr. Subha Nawer Pushpita. Catherine Charlotte Spaeth. Daniel Wisdom. Jason Webb. Sage Simkhan. Heather Willis. Irene Terpstra.
In the Department of Mechanical Engineering, Master of Science in Mechanical Engineering, jointly by Massachusetts Institute of Technology and Woods Hole Oceanographic Institution.
Chase Pixa. Laura Isabella Capo Morales.
In the Department of Materials Science and Engineering, Master of Science in Materials Science and Engineering.
Kimaya Prasad Suryarao. Sabrina Romero Arascaeta. Alexa Xingming Zamet. Sergio Perez.
In the Department of Chemical Engineering, Master of Science in Chemical Engineering.
Lucas Baston. Annie Wong. Ismael Guereca. Brian Pio.
In the Department of Chemical Engineering, Master of Science in Chemical Engineering Practice.
Michal Mansour Al-Shalan. Joshua Son. Christian Gonko. Raymond A. Wynn. Jun Wen Law. Adriana Wojtyna. Nicole Howard. James Richardson. Julian Uffert. Richard Soley. Alexander Sananes. Nicole Stiles. Roshin Liu. Radha Patel. Imai Vicky Chen. Anjali Sinha. Fausat Emosioke Isu. Binwei Yen. Lemon Jalil. Derek Yen.
In the Department of Aeronautics and Astronautics, Master of Science in Aeronautics and Astronautics.
Satwik Chadiga. Julian Yokum. Rudrapatna Vallabh Ramakant. Isabella Zamora. Kendra Lynn Middleton. Ruo Wang Zhang. Brittany Bishop. Malik Ibrahim. Courtney Regina Kirkpatrick. Catherine Zhao. Rodrigo Lopez Rose. Tong Zhao. Grant Appel. Ophelia Min Ju. Noam Eisen.
In the Department of Electrical Engineering and Computer Science, Master of Science in Electrical Engineering,
Omar Benuna. Laney McKinney. Cole Brabeck. Sean Jagani. Alan Chen. Catherine Nachtigal.
Saw Wu Choi.
Leonardo Gajo.
Shamik Chowdhury. Teo Arthur Rolko. Samia Zaman. Evan Gibney. Philip Johannes Kerr Christofferson. Tara Hausen. Man Ho Hong. Adrian Gennard. Amanda Jackson. Wyatt M. Giroux. Miroslav Kosanic. Marcos Adrian Logroño. Eugenie Lai. Olivier Kigoto. Jiajiang Liu. Yana Charanbun Vivat. Artem Lukoyanov. Alyssa Chavalithamrong. Kandokar N. Rafa Islam.
Akila Saravanan.
Joseph Ravichandran. Joanna Nikoaeva Nikolova. Alexis Ross. Menatala Hussein. Jillian Ross. Cici Mao. Ding Yu Shen. Cameron Pittman. Idan Schenfeld Amit. Andrew J. Fishberg. Anup Sonar. Mason Peterson. Alexander Unger. Bianca Murga. Tane Wakare. Stephen Serrano. Elizabeth Whittier. Yu Xin Shu. Dylan Wooten. Shannon Smith.
Shi, Yu, Fisher, Shu.
Michael Strauk. Ane Zuniga Guruchawa. Allison Chang Tse.
In the Department of Electrical Engineering and Computer Science, Master of Science in Electrical Engineering and Computer Science.
Mishal Al-Harbi. Benjamin Andrew Waters. Jonathan Copley.
Michael Shu.
Victor Butoy. Rui Xiao Yang. Sabrina Maria Corsetti. Mingxin Yu. Sagar Doshi. Chun Man Oswin So. Zoe De Simone. Sonyuan Zhang. Javier Ocampo.
In the Department of Biological Engineering, Master of Engineering in Biomedical Engineering.
Dana Hay. Jackie Chen.
In the Department of Nuclear Science and Engineering, Master of Science in Nuclear Science and Engineering.
Emil Germon Pre. Regina Ceballos Mondragon. Calvin Cummings. Kaylee Ga Harihara. Charlotte Wickert. Leah Page Gaffney. Brianna Ryan. Ryan Poe Cohert. Samuel Carlson. Stephen Hubbard Jr. Chika Madwabuchi. Ronghan Shah. Daniel Murphy. Connor Gerlach.
Paul Robert Maurice Surin.
Ian Hammond.
In the Department of Nuclear Science and Engineering, Master of Science in Nuclear Engineering.
Matthew Chu. Ling Hao Kong. Moran Garanzini. Shantanu Jha. Kay Whitaker. Nishanth Kumar.
In the program in Supply Chain Management, Master of Applied Science in Supply Chain Management.
Foyinsola Adeyemi. Macy Lillian Lamb. Cristina Aguirre Algara. Jovana Kondic. Patricia Andrade. Samuel Park Laney. Nikolai Aristov. Ariel Lee. Andres Ayala Menichi. Omri Lev. Kavita Balakumar.
Jane Orville Millward.
Shantanu Bhaviskar. Theodore Nicola Antonio. Jean Ewod Bietgan. Ololade Olale. Fabrizio Boran. Charlotte Park. Oscar Bonet Olano. Thomas Propson. Diego Campos Durand. Sean Raghavan. Loreto Cantu Villarreal. Alvaro Sagun. Alex Carroll. Shashata Shomo. John Ding. Ashkam Soleimani. Matthias Eder. Pradyot Yadav. Troy Egar. Demirjan Tash. Jose Arturo Espinosa Salas. Agnes Villani. Firenza Fadila. Wei Zhang. Perry McCants Castleman Falk. Hai Ke Xu. Tiago Fori. Rui Qi Zhang. Mohammed Ghaffar.
William Arthur Sussman.
Estefany Gabriela Gomez Priet.
In the Department of Electrical Engineering and Computer Science, Master of Engineering in Computation and Cognition.
Mona Abdelrahman. Fan Guna. Faduma Bashir Khalif. Hansika Gupta. Samuel Thomas Aquaviva. Santiago Hernandez. Marie Diane Fadel. Ardi Prasetya. Brian Bailey. Sophie Jia Shi. Andrew Jenkins. Shane Huseman. Keith Thomas Murray. Miguel Iturralde. Nikasha G. Patel. Kevin Alexander Jacot. Emily Huang. Arjun Kapoor. Yu Ting Chin. Bobby Kenny. Ilan Mitnikov. Dorn Kosopatana Durong. Elizabeth Lee. Nile Kumar. Anita Podrug. Ravi Kumar. Ariel Fuchs. Nimisha Shaji Kunata. Stephanie Poike Howe. Ziyan Li. Caitlin Zarino. Amber Yushin Lin. Varsha Sandadi. Mavis Yi Jing Lu.
In the Department of Electrical Engineering and Computer Science, Master of Engineering in Computer Science and Molecular Biology.
Brady Darby. Maria Lucci. Emma Teisinger. Elizabeth Marchowski. Ochiba Ata. Julia Mionis. Amulia Aluru. Shayna Molliver. Nitin Parsan. Jospan Mubaki Kalumire. Caroline Bao. Anirudh Narula. Bridget Lee. Oscar Nieto. Keisha Bethany Wang. Justin O'Driscoll.
In the Department of Electrical Engineering and Computer Science, Master of Engineering in Computer Science, Economics, and Data Science.
Jordan Billings. Matthias Opazo. Alice Chen. Omar Pineda. Jason Lee. Santiago Perez. Nina Wang. Seyun Park. Christopher Noga. Mayank Raj. Caroline Warren. Yanilis Rivera Valentin. David Vapnek. Ryan Rock. Stan Zhang. Mateo Rojas. Karen Reel. Luis Felipe Sena. Rupert Lee. Alexander Shaw. Kersi Rajagopal. Niraja Shukla. Tian Yuan Zheng. Kalyan Prasanna Simha. Matthew Ney. Mustafa Taheri.
In the Department of Electrical Engineering and Computer Science, Electrical Engineer.
Aaron William Langham. Douglas Chokrosetio.
In the Schwartzman College of Computing, the program in Computational Science and Engineering, Master of Science in Computational Science and Engineering.
Christopher Quinn. Tsung Chi Shen. Utkarsh. Turgai Turkmen. Jaya Manideep Rebagondla. Drake Turnquist. Alexander Zong Wang. Alex Varnigan. Yulia Orlova. Amin Tamimi.
In the Schwartzman College of Computing and the Sloan School of Management, in the Program in Operations Research, Master of Science and Operations Research.
Brenton Piper. Ria Verma. Matthew Robbins. Ping Wang.
Matthew Habo.
Joshua Weston. Arnaud Hobon. Yan Xu.
In the Institute for Data Systems and Society, Master of Science in Technology and Policy.
Dancil Green. Chong Zhang. Varsha Vaidyanathan. Lin Yi Jiang. Christopher Maynard. Lily Zhang. Lan Ha. Philip Zhong Wenchao. Bhavani Anantabotla. Ray Ming Zhang. Christopher Womack.
In the program in Integrated Design and Management, Master of Science in Engineering and Management.
Eden Adler. Michael Giovaniello. Chen Huang. Graham Matthew Turk. Daniel Jacobs Luengo. Abigail Marie Randall. Anukriti Jain. Jonathan Ontiveros. Chow Lun Met Mai. Lauren Blanks. Prem Sagar. Peter Heller. Zachary Schmitz. Luc Gendra. Leroy Sibanda. Adrien Concordel. Asfar Suleiman. Morgan Santoni Colvin. Leandra Tejedor. Les Armstrong. Gabriela Torres. Kaylin Graham. Nadine Adel Ahmed Zaza. Serena Patel.
In the program in System Design and Management, Master of Science in Engineering and Management.
Muradula Prakash.
Serena Patel.
Samuel Abel. Deepika Raman. Saumya Adanki.
Ramin Hayat Malik.
Yusuf Fayez Al-Sada. Leila Arainajad. Francisco Sepulveda Morales. Yusuf Shaker. Fahim Farouk. Christian Schmehil Warren. Warren Anderson. Paul Césaire. Tomonoshin Aoki. Taylor Curtis. Naofumi Aoshima. Alanud Al-Hakbani. Daniel Reveron. Unza Dana Che. Eduardo Luis Latouche. Jorge Sandoval. Mart Doutemeyer. Mrigi Munjao. J.K. Kotani. Prajna Soni. Chetan Vidhakte. Philip Zimmer. Mumin Khan. Edgar Ramirez Sanchez. Mariam Mominzadeh. Aniruddha Suhas Deshpande. Anup Srikumar. Daniel Richards. Drake Plattenberg. Brian Herrera. David Villegas Gonzalez. Clay Coffey. Brooke DiMartino.
Corinne Cochran.
John Nautiker. Jack Hamill. Ethan Lindstrom. Kentaro Numa. Amandeep Singh. Duncan Miller. Richie Dulce. Yuichiro Monden. Kenny Lum. Ayako Yukawa. Hannah Wan. Florence Thatcher. Ray Ijima. Carlos Eduardo Melgarejo Oviedo. Bing Nan Jo. Yosuke Fujii. He Yi Jung. Zhao Zhang. Dean Wen. Marcel Durenberger.
David Gottdinner.
Paola Leon. Madeline Gollison. Noemi Medrez. Holly Christine Greenberg Nihipali.
Miriam Afsal Shamsi.
Nicholas Ciro Gonzalez. Yutaro Watanabe. Tanner Pappenfuss. Justin Dargis. Stephen Tainter. Yushi Zhao.
In the program in Health Sciences and Technology, Master of Science in Health Sciences and Technology.
Noah Warner. Jesse Shin-Yi Han.
Feng Sheng.
Chu Wei Zhang, Chanu Park,
Please give one more round of applause to our master's degree recipients.
Each degree candidate will be invested with a hood by a faculty member from the department. The academic hood is a symbol of dedication to scholarship and attainment of the requirements defined by the Academy. We will now invest the candidates the degrees of Doctor of Science and Doctor of Philosophy with their hoods. In the School of Engineering, representing the Department of Civil and Environmental Engineering, Professor Ali Jababai, Department Head, Doctor of Philosophy.
Meshkat Bochakan, Nicholas Samuel Karras, Deng Jie, Suha El Musadik, Amanda Gao,
Xiaotong Gao.
Jonas Lehmann, Yunpo Lee, Ipek Bensu Manav, Luis Salo Salgado, Rachel Schaefer, Qingyi Wang, Yuinhan Zhang,
In the Department of Mechanical Engineering, Professor John Hart, Department Head, Doctor of Philosophy.
Karan Buwalka, Simone Bruno, Jose de la Aguila Ferrandes, Nicole Bustos, Lauren Chai, Si Jie Chen, Carlos Daniel Diaz Marin, Arcopal Dutt, Yiling Fan, Jiahui Fu, Wael Haj Ali, Ben Hamilton, Emily Honhauser, Ji Liang Hu. Joshua David John Ratinaraj. David Ha Un Kang. Lo Hyun Kim. Sang Woon Kim. Soo Young Kim. Alina Dale Lapoten.
Sami Khan.
Hao Lee. Paul Lilin. Sandra Liu. Yun Peng Liu.
Gustavo Marquez Hobol.
Aaron Melamed. Aniket Patanka. Daniel Rahman. Subin Pang. William James Sawyer. Carolyn Sheeline. Georgia Dawn Van de Zand. Jenna Sadi. Ting Yu Su. Chang Chang Huang. Chung Zhang. Michael West. Tony Tome. Stephen Young.
In the Department of Materials Science and Engineering, Professor Carolyn Ross, Interim Department Head, Doctor of Philosophy.
Sarah Antilla. Yukio Cho. Siying Huang. Alexander E. Kosak. Byung Hun Lee. Saren Lee. Jonathan Paris. Kevin Yi. Chao Hao Liang. Thomas Matson. Katie Reedy. Tunahan Aitash. Sarah Sand. Basuhi Ravi. Nut Tuchinda. Ike Ray Tan.
In the Department of Materials Science and Engineering, Doctor of Science.
Ensu Cho. Hadi Salman. Michael Oberst. Tin Wen. Marlise Reeves. Alexander Dominic Renda.
In the Department of Chemical Engineering, Department Head, Christela Pratha Jones.
Deepak Adarsh Subramanian. Kevin Speakerman. Fabian Moore. Lauren Clark. Wei Ran Gao. Fleming Holtorf. Grace Helen Yang. Li Rang Yang. Alan Jung. Chao Jia Jin.
Grant Napi.
Luciano Santillani. Amanda Farnsworth. Robert Jones. Kevin Paul Greenman. Sachin Haresh Bagchandani. David Lundberg. Daniel Lundberg. Matthew Van Beek.
In the Department of Aeronautics and Astronautics, Professor Julie Shaw, Department Head, Doctor of Philosophy.
Pasquale Antonante. Peter Grenfell. Manwei Chan. Juan Jose Garau Luis. Charles Burke Dawson. Christopher Ho Yen Chin. Lena Downs. Christopher Farid. Shimo Gayud Sidoncha. Xin Yu Wu. Alvin Donnell Harvey. Haley Elida Hetrick. Stuart Isaacs. Daniel Jang. William Kammerer. Yekaterina Kononov. Andrew Kopakin. Akshay Kotakonda. Clement Lee. Miles Thelonious Kaler Lifson. Lee Lopez. Georgios Lordos. Parker Chase Lusk. Vincent Meyer. Daniel Miller. Julia Milton. Varun Murali. Chelsea Neka Onyador. Niels Pachler de la Osa. Cody Allison Page. Cadence Payne. Gustav Pedersen. Rachel Price.
Thomas Gonzalez Roberts.
Sandro Salguero. Chokalingam Senthilnathan. Andrea Taliabue. Yu Lun Tian.
In the Department of Biological Engineering, Doctor of Philosophy.
Miguel Angel Alcantar. Joshua Ilaqua. Elijah Carvelis. Do Hoon Kim. Hong Ain Anna Lei. Bianca Lepe. Suchita Neti. Krista Pullen. Mohammed Abraham Toure. Megan Wayang Tse.
In the Department of Nuclear Science and Engineering, Doctor of Philosophy.
Jacob Laser Adams. Patrick Adrian. Gustavo Aguiar. Florian Chavagnat. Benjamin Dacus. Ethan Klein. Peter Lawler. Christina Migliori. Tan Nguyen.
Mahumita Ravichandran. Yuro Wang. In the Department of Nuclear Science and Engineering, Doctor of Science.
Richard Tucci Ibekwe.
In the program in Health Sciences and Technology, Professor Colin Stoltz. Director, Doctor of Philosophy.
John Aristi San. Rachel Belisle. Adam Garrett Berger. Brian Doe. Morgan James. Ashwin Kumar. Christian Landeros. Benjamin Leaker. Fiona McLeod. Maria Carmen Martin Alonso. Vincent Miao. Allison Page Porter. Ramya Raghavan. Michelle Ramzire. Luca Rosalia. Daphne Esther Schlesinger. Sydney Sherman. Nalini Singh. Anubhav Sinha. Ming Yu Yang. Olivia Arnold.
In the School of Engineering and the Schwartzman College of Computing, in the Department of Electrical Engineering and Computer Science, Professor Asu Azlagar, Department Head, Doctor of Philosophy.
Cheyenne Akmal. Ronald Davis. Leanne Sarah Bell Bernstein. Christopher Frangia. Tao Chen. Xiang Fu. Arjun Balasingham. Alireza Falla.
Yishi Liu.
Hyun Hee Lee. Sun Hyung Kwan. Wen Hui Tang. Zijie Zhao. Chonghe Wang. Liang Shi. Arsène Vassilian. Matthew Allen. Enrique Bosch Azerdam. Han Tsai. Eric Atkinson. Samuel DeLauder. Aya Aimer. Venkat Arun. Inho Cho. Mark Dethea Falco. Jose Javier Gonzalez Ortiz. Sai Praveen Bangaru. Lucy Chai. Ching Yao Chuang. Li Jie Fan. Abdullah Omar M. Al Omar. Mohammed Al Hajri. Jumana Al Mahmoud. Serena Booth. Sachi Jain. Evan Hernandez. Eric Lehman. Albert Kim. Ling Xiao Li. Gary Lee. William Kuzmal. Wei Liao. Shuang Li. Ching Yun Ko. Charlotte Chang Le Lo. Krithika Kikari. Florian Cooler. Kyung-mi Lee. Alex G. Merdad Khani Shirkuhi. Shibal Ibrahim. Guillaume Leclerc. Farnaz Jahan Bakhsh. Kathleen Lewis. Lin Sun Lee. Ji Lin. Qian Li Liao.
Ivan Corey.
Noah James Salk. Kai Dong Peng. Tim Saida. Anirudh Raghu. Parimarjan Negi. Clara Mundilova. Neely Persitz. Joanna Matos Fonseca da Trindade. Milica Notaros. Divya Shanmugam. David Palmer. Joshua Robinson. Soyun Park. Martin Nisser.
In the Department of Chemical Engineering, Professor Kristalla Prather. Department Head, Doctor of Philosophy.
Kai Al Rashan Bannister. Devashish Pratap Gokhale.
Mary Ewens.
Yu Xuan Tian. Nathan Volchko. John McHale. Hae Gyu Ju. Sa Woo Choi.
In the Department of Electrical Engineering and Computer Science, Doctor of Philosophy.
Eric Ponce. Mohammed Qasim. Inte Moon. Zhe Jian Liu. Wei Chu Ma. Yan Chen Lin.
Praful Sharma.
Thomas Silver. Manish Singh. Sandeep Sawar. Vibha Lakshmi Sivaraman. Samuel Slajeski. Sulipan Sujichan Ta Rat Rat.
Jan Tipo.
Vishrant Tripathi. Lily Tsai. Dishta Tarakia. Wang Han Rei. Miao Rong Wang. Wang Yu. Zhongchan Wu. Qingyun Xie. Xu Yilun. Lei Yang. Yifan Yang. Yuzhe Yang. Yufeng Ye. Matthew Young. Andrew Yu. Victor Ying. Shi Yu Jai. Molin Zhang. Yuning Zhang. Alan Zhao. Junyi Zhu.
In the Department of Electrical Engineering and Computer Science, Doctor of Science.
Shyam Narayanan.
In the Schwarzman College of Computing and the Sloan School of Management, in the Program in Operations Research, Professor Georgia Parakis, Interim Dean, Doctor of Philosophy.
Kehan Behdin. Mohammed Amin Benuna. Moise Blanchard. Shubhamoy Das Gupta.
Leanne Teaparan.
Kimberly Villalobos Carballo. Hao Yu Wang. Cynthia Zhang.
In the Schwartzman College of Computing, in the Institute for Data Systems and Society, Professor Fotini Christia, Doctor of Philosophy.
Kate Hine. Hussein Mozanar. Manon Revel. Amir Tohidi Kalorazi. Aaron Walk.
In the program in Computational and Systems Biology, Professor Ernest Frankel, Doctor of Philosophy.
Sarah B. Cameron Timothy Flower. Kayla Marisa McHugh. Michael Murphy.
In the School of Engineering, jointly by the Massachusetts Institute of Technology and the Woods Hole Oceanographic Institution, Dr. Rob Evans, Doctor of Philosophy.
Blake Cole. Stuart Jameson. Rachel Kahn. John Edward Sansusi. Jessica Todd. Anna Walsh. Yilong Xu.
Please join me in congratulating once again our new Doctors of Philosophy and Doctors of Science. And now, please welcome the corollaries of MIT for a special tribute to the class of 2024.
like a comet pulled from orbit as it passes the sun, like a stream that meets a boulder halfway through the wood. Who can say if I've been changed for the better? But because I knew you, because I knew you, I have been changed for good. It well may be that we will never meet again in this lifetime. So let me see before we part. So much of me I see was made from what I learned from you. You'll be with me like a handprint on my heart. And now, whatever way our stories end, I know you have rewritten mine by being my friend. Like a ship blown from its moorings by a wind off the sea, like a seed dropped by a skybird in a distant wood. Who can say if I've been changed for the better? But because I knew you, because I knew you, I have been changed for good. And just to clear the air, I ask forgiveness for the things I've done you blame me for. And none of it seems to matter anymore. Like a comet pulled from orbit as it passes the sun, like a stream that meets a boulder halfway through the wood. Who can say if I've been changed for the better? I do believe I have been changed for the better. And because I knew you, because I knew you, because I knew you, I have been changed for good.
What a great afternoon. I'm Dan Huttenlocher, the Dean of the MIT Schwarzman College of Computing. First, I need to start with a little official business here. As we conclude the investiture of doctoral hoods, I now invite the faculty here on stage to join me in a salute welcoming this year's doctoral candidates to the Academy. Congratulations. And to all of our graduates today, you stand at the threshold of a new chapter with the amazing accomplishments that have brought you to this point of receiving an advanced degree from MIT. You have knowledge, expertise, and an ability to learn that you will be able to draw on for many endeavors in the coming years. I hope and I trust that you will use these superpowers wisely. Because MIT is a bit of an unusual place, a place of relentless curiosity, remarkable skills, and passionate interests. A place for obsessing over tough problems and working towards solutions. a place that brings together people with different backgrounds and experiences who, with one another's help, are challenged to push the boundaries of what is possible and can invent a better world that might seem to many improbable. As engineers and computer scientists, you hold powerful keys to unraveling mysteries and to building technologies that stand to change how we live. It is imperative that you do so wisely, with compassion, with empathy, and a keen awareness of impacts on individuals and societies. Your ideas and contributions have the power to transform industries, enrich communities, and address some of humanity's most pressing challenges. Starting this next chapter in your lives, the linear path of education, from primary to secondary to undergraduate to graduate school, will no longer serve as a guide. I encourage you to continue to surround yourself with people from whom you can learn in new and unexpected ways. Try to make that part of your life. To pursue opportunities to contribute to something big, and to recognize that the most rewarding paths are likely to no longer be linear, which can feel a little confusing and scary at first. I hope that each and every one of you will bring mind, hand, and heart, and MIT's commitment to serving the nation and the world to what you do. Graduates, take a moment now to celebrate your achievement with friends and family near and far, and to thank them for their role in your accomplishments. In a minute, the stage assembly will recess, and several people have pointed out to me that I've recessed the wrong way last year. The stage assembly will recess, after which graduates may join their guests in the audience without further ceremony, which means we're almost done. Graduates and now fellow alumni of the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, congratulations, good luck to everyone. I wish you all the best.